But I also, as the initiator of this laudable program, would also have to give something. And so I've pledged half a year, 6 months of my salary to Mahama Cares. I'm not yet being paid. They say Accountant General is still doing something. But whenever Accountant General finishes, 6 months of whatever I'm entitled to will go into Mahama Cares.
Hey, sikapa ni ehwe ogu sa no obi na nurses na doctors no ska wo ho sa. Hey, nurses ni doctors mponi o na ne police force e haki. Abusiafo emra 2024 general election no ebe aba because no NDC for manifesto mu no omo di shemu say nyame ya adom na omunya Ghana akonwa no so be tran Ghana Medical Trust Fund omo de be support omo suffer chronic diseases no omo de beba ema amanfo ehwo anha omo ampa eno ekoso ma nyame ya adom NDC for abetran so nene bibi asi ewo UGMC University of Ghana Medical Center honoma ya lanche sa Mahama Cares no ewo ho na abusuafo sika na ya hwie gu ho no esewani ense okache nye sika ti de ko na so sika ya hwie gu ho no Ghana nurses ne doctors minim se san no mu sika sa ei omumponi ene na aban crofo yi police fo yi alla ene gize hu haki abusuafo ansa na be sen komo na semester say wo mo de anu a share video we ama afro nsa kan na fi subscribe channel yi mai na follow on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. Edina Fresh Studios. Afiyanshan Commoners. Abusuafo na eda Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Ye launching UGMC. University of Ghana Medical Center honum. Na sika ene ehwiegu honum. Esewani enso kachre. Na jumedi koso no eno patient ba ko ebekasai ede ohawa sa diabetes ede abre no ebetu dwa.
Kachre ni semu ewo ho.
Minya no ache kakra. Ba me protecting me who kakra se me so metina se ache kakra. Yare boni pa. Ekum. Ema we kura. Enwu. Sisi ano ebia ba me ban so. Me gusu a. Me solve. But enye yare a ebeko. Ba ye be take care of. Ye dro no. Eya ne boarding.
Emra patient ka sa wie ya na President Mahama enya akwanya ono so eba platform no so ono so ebe kasa na o kire mu a patient ne nsema o kan ye no ama na kai emre bia ne maame ne papa ne nkrofo na nyonkofo binom esofa sa yare yi bi na ebusiafo momientie de President Mahama so editu dwa.
I want to say I can empathize with what she's going through because she's just one of many of our citizens and countrymen and women who are going through what she just talked about. And the perception was that if you were rich, it was a disease for the rich. Hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes were diseases of the rich. But increasingly, we see that it's inflicting more the persons who are much poorer and can least afford to be able to manage those diseases. And that's why the Ghana Medical Trust Fund has come at the right time. I have a personal connection to non-communicable diseases, and that is because my father died in 2001, and he died of prostate cancer. My mother died in 2016, and she died of complications of high blood pressure and diabetes. My stepmother died of breast cancer. I lost a friend and somebody who worked for me last year. We celebrated 1 year since she passed. I'm sure most of you know Mawena Dumo. She died of breast cancer. And currently, I have a staff in my office whose son is in his 30s and is on dialysis, is suffering kidney failure. And so these are not things that are far away from us. These are things that are close to us. These are loved ones that we're talking about. And so like Prof. Saite said, we must not see them as statistics. We must see them as real lives that we need to touch and help. But there's the even sadder story of one of my confidants and strong supporters when I started this whole political journey. He was an assemblyman, and he was an executive of our party in Bole Bamboy, where I started my political career as a member of parliament. Very close to me, went up everywhere with me. Anytime I went back to the constituency, he was in charge of the southern zone, and so anywhere I went, he went with me. And a few years back, he started to have a problem with his kidneys. And so at the time, there was no dialysis north of Kumasi. And so if you had kidney failure anywhere above Kumasi, you had to travel to Kumasi to do dialysis. And so he used to travel from Bole Bamboy like once every week to do dialysis, go back, and the cost was unbearable. I tried to help as much as I could. Eventually, he needed more, a dialysis treatment, and so he couldn't be going and coming. So he had to move his whole family to stay in Kumasi, rent accommodation in Kumasi, so that he could be close to Comfort Noche, where he was undertaking the dialysis. Sold his motorbike, sold his TV. And much as I also tried to support, the cost was becoming unbearable. Eventually, he died. And he died leaving poverty behind because he sold all his assets to be able to look after himself. And so we had to take care to support some of the children to be able to finish school and all that. These are real stories. And that is why what we're doing today is important, because it will touch a lot of lives and help a lot of our fellow citizens.
President Mahama ne kasa yi mu no na wachiri mu a retired medical officer a friend of Professor Aite. Hey, papa no, ebia wako pension o. Sika papa no ede chese ode aba be support dwumadi we no. Abusuafo esewani enso ka kire. Mumi ntie sika papa yi ede be support ya President Mahama ede tu dwan.
I want to thank Professor Aite, who's been my long-standing friend and mentor, for the contribution he made. Prof. Aite is a retired specialist, emeritus professor, and very well known in medical circles. And so when he gave the envelope, for a retired pensioned, medical professional, I was curious to see how much he had given. And so after I took the check, I gave it to the health minister. But after a while, I collected the envelope back, and I peeked at it. And he won't want me to mention it, but I want to say that I was surprised at how much he's giving. Society, a doctor on pension has given $1,000 to Ghana Medical Trust. And so that should encourage all of us and encourage the corporate institutions to do even much better. But on that note, I also, as the initiator of this laudable program, would also have to give something. And so I've pledged half a year, 6 months of my salary to Mahama Cares. I'm not yet being paid. They say Accountant General is still doing something. But whenever Accountant General finishes, 6 months of whatever I'm entitled to will go into Mahama Cares.
When you say $10,000, when you're gonna see this, $10,000. Hi, retired medical officer, you're a specialist, and also Eddie says, about support. Now, I know a free honor. And the president of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and so HMA, the 6 months salary, and also at the best support, Jumedi, CC, our Chima, Yentuanaka, controller and accountant general, HMA, I feel now all check Nema, in Skabia, a baba, I see a debut Yanakano. 6 months for the support, health minister, and so a buy, and also Chima, 3 months, and also the support. Now, nurses and doctors need a bushel for SONE, so catch a moment, their course, our UGMC one.
I think it's a good time to do a mini fundraiser. It's not part of the program. But with your permission, Your Excellency, do you have any takers or you want to give in on the quiet? Okay. Please, I want to get into the microphone. Well, so his boss has given 6 months of his salary. He can't go beyond his boss. So he will do 3 months. Thankfully, there are 3 ministers.
We also cannot go above the Minister for Health. And so, as police, the 3 of us here, we are doing a month each. Thank you very much.
Seydou Agongo, Alaji Seydou Agongo, is giving us 500,000 Ghana cedis. Doc, are you taking notes? Otherwise, I'll take it away. Please, any other takers? Okay, Dr. Kaba.
So, on behalf of the Ghana Health Service, and of course, I cannot go beyond my boss. Together with the health insurance, we also pledge 1 month of ours.
1 month salary. Our boss, can they go beyond you? Your boss says you can go beyond him at this point.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my salary is scanty, but I'm promising 2,000 Ghana cedis of my salary.
Your name?
Thank you. I'm Catherine.
Scanty salary for 2,000. Allied professionals. Ole, okay. God bless you. Yes, ma'am. The nurses are on show. Yay!
So on behalf of our nurses and midwives, we are pledging 150,000.
Please. Okay, so at this point, we will be communicating platforms. Since we have our telcos here, they've made available platforms where you can contribute from the comfort of your home, wherever you are, you can contribute as well. But the short codes, can we give more than 50,000? Short codes, they're saying Anna. Copyright. We have more. No e-levy. Okay. Okay.
In the spirit of giving, UGMC pledges 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Abusuafo enti we yesika a chese amanfo na ahwie agu ho e dey support eye Mahama case no a ekiremu a ebeboa ama amanfo a omo suffer diabetes ne ada chronic diseases no omo so eho ahia omo kakra na nurses and doctors menim sesana mu wiskasa momomoden na mo mehu so na ne akoi de obi menim sesana ehye mo ho na ya na mo de estimi kusa no na de me bi say mo kra mu ni nurses and doctors mponi o then the hacking crop way police way I swear say mo no be adwuma de we ya se o ka show mu show de nkofo be ye bi eti abusuafo eye 2024 promise aye NDC4 ene Mahama omo promise ye no ene mapa adwuma de no ho ntoma a bibia akoso totin eti sesi ano Mahama case enso abetena Ghana enye duabo me kan case na enye Mahama case enti Ghana Medical Trust Fund aka Mahama case ene ya launch dwumadie no amanfo ahwie sika agu de support dwumadie sanso na omode short code bi emo ede ba say wo so ti fie na pese oboa at least onso betumi aboa anye kra no Ghana highway kofo dodo na eho kire omo efa sa yare ehu aye betumi dia support mom so omo ho ato omo na omo tumi atranse ache aye fresh studios bo modern a share adwen e wo comment section ho na fe subscribe channel na follow Facebook, TikTok, Instagram and X. Edina Fresh Studios. Abusiafo Makrab.